Get out the way. Who got a watch? Who got the time? I'm raising the clock. Even in my feelings, grind don't stop. Got big dreams, want big rocks. I got plans, you got talk. Heard it's real cheap, but it's really gon' cost. I'm trying to get these ends, build empires with my friends. I'm about handling my business.
Hello YouTube family, it's DeMarie TV. Everything I say in this video is alleged. It is in my opinion and it is for entertainment purposes only. You guys, please like, comment, and subscribe to the video. I need all the likes I can get. I'm new to YouTube and I need the likes and the subscriptions to get up in that algorithm. So help me out, you guys, and like the video. Here you go. Hello, DeMarie family. So today we're going to be reviewing episode 14 of Love and Marriage Huntsville. The episode begins where it left off on episode 13. So Kim and Kiowa are continuing their conversation about Kimmie being labeled a side chick and her feeling as if a statement that Kiowa made is why people inferred her to be a side chick. So essentially this scene ends up the way that I thought it would. It was just communication. So in my opinion, Kimmie is not a side chick. Their relationship was done. They had filed for divorce. Kimmie starts interacting with Maurice and starts dating him. Even if she started dating him before his marriage was final, clearly he and Kiowa were done because Kiowa, at the end of this scene, admitted even she does not view Kimmie as a side chick. So I don't see it the same as I would say Ariana Curry. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's different. So, you know, it's up for people's opinion, but essentially this situation and this conversation has been drug out long enough. Hopefully they've buried the issue and we don't have to have this conversation again because they've been talking about this for a few seasons now, and so hopefully this is put to rest. So the next scene is about Melody and Stormy meeting. So apparently Stormy DM'd Melody to have a meeting so they can come together to talk. To me, Stormy is always on some bullshit. I don't like Stormy. I don't feel her. I'm not a Stormy fan. I think Stormy is a re-edition of Tisha, who had an issue with Melody because she wasn't spending enough time with her. Then it was Destiny, who had the issue with Melody because she wasn't spending enough time with her. I have never met so many needy ass females in my life. Everybody is busy. Ain't nobody got time to be hanging with grown ass women every day. So the fact that Stormy is now having the same conversation, I can't. Her storyline bores me. She bores me. I do not find her interesting. But what I did like about the scene is that when she tried to come at Melody talking about Melody don't be wanting to have hard conversations, which is crazy. The reason Melody does not feel the need to have what she deems a hard conversation because it's not a conversation to be had. You and I were cool. I take the same break I take after Love and Marriage Huntsville wraps every season, and then your mama started talking trash about me. I find out I just handled that situation with Tisha and her mom, so guess what? Now we not cool because ain't nobody got time to be repeating the same bullshit they just got through going through with somebody else. And essentially, that's what Melody said. And that should be all Melody says. I don't see Stormy as being a valuable friendship for her to engage with. I don't see how Stormy adds value to anything. I don't know why Stormy is on this show. I think Stormy needs to step away from Love and Marriage Huntsville and get her business together and go back to wherever she was doing before Love and Marriage Huntsville decided to put her on TV. Coming on this show was not a good look for her. She adds no value to this show, in my opinion. So the next scene is Tisha taking the comeback group, in the I have air quotes comeback group, to a location that they're spotting for the Blaque Expo. So everyone comes in, and as they're coming in, Tisha, she's dressed really cute. She has on a jean outfit, some cute tight jeans. Her shape is gorgeous. Tisha to me is a pretty woman on the outside. She's messed up in the inside, but she's gorgeous. So everyone's coming in. Tisha is going to get something out of her purse, and Marcel catches Martell looking at her butt. Just disgusting. It's something about this group of men It's just like they are over-sexualized and they have no respect for women. That is your friend's wife. Never in a million years could my husband's friends comment on my body in his presence or not in his presence. Just period. It's just certain things are off limit, but these men don't seem to understand what boundaries are. So aside from that, they're talking about the expo, and of course, Melody's not there. She's decided not to do the expo, but of course they bring her up. Where's Mel? So Tisha explains that she had a sit down with Melody, and Melody decided that she wasn't going to participate in the expo because, you know, they just recently started talking and communicating with each other again, and it was not long ago. She was the dark soul. Now Tisha didn't say that, but I'm sure that's what Melody was thinking. Why you want the dark soul at the expo? But so everybody's like, okay, we understand that. Martell, I think we should be able to separate our personal life from our business life. No, if you're trying to take my kids, sir, there is no separation. Nobody wants to do business with you. She don't want to look at you. She don't want to see you, period. She don't even want to be in the same room with you. So no, it is no separation. Martell has to get it through his head. You have to treat people with a certain level of respect, or they do not have to deal with you. And she, at this point, should never in her life have to deal with you again. If I was Melody, I would never do business with them. None of them. Ever. Anyway, they bring in Stormy. Martell says, so Stormy is going to replace Melody. And Tisha's like, no, that's not what I'm saying. But essentially, that's what it was. They brought in Stormy and Courtney. Stormy decides she'll participate in the Blaque Expo. And that's about it. So then the next scene is Maurice playing basketball with Monster, another long, drawn-out story. So he's playing basketball with Monster, probably because the last scene we heard them say that he doesn't spend time with him. So him and Monster go play basketball. He talks to Monster about how he's grew up versus how Monster grows up, and he apologizes to Monster for trying to parent him the way he would want to be parented, but they're different people, so he has to parent Monster differently. I'm over the Monster story. This is not a bad kid. All teenagers don't like to clean their room and do dishes. How OWN has figured out how to pay these people for this boring, ridiculous storyline where they try to paint this kid as some bad, problematic child because he didn't want to clean his room and do dishes is beyond me. So again, hopefully Kimmie and Maurice decide to talk about something other than Kiowa and Monster, because they've decided to make that their story. Kimmie has talked about her health. Other than that is Kiowa and Monster. Maurice ain't said a word about who Maurice is. He has deflected for a very long time. He gets a check for no reason. My opinion. But that's what that was. On to the next. So the next scene is Courtney. He's going to speak with his mom. And I guess he's talking to his mom about the issue of him not wanting to have another child. Again, I'm extremely bored with Courtney and Stormy. I don't care. I don't care. I just don't care. I don't care. So the final scene is they're finally at the Blaque Expo. It's day of. Everyone's getting set up. Stormy is building out a huge canvas beauty section in the back corner. And Marcel decides to come in and ask her, did she pay her $100? For some reason, Marcel's asking Tisha how much balloons cost. Everybody's kind of looking at him like, what's going on with you? It's giving you broke and you stressed about money. You know? So he asked Tisha, did Stormy pay $100 for her booth? Now they asked Stormy to join the expo. Nobody ever told Stormy about the $100. So Marcel decides to trot over there. Stormy's already stressed because they don't have their orders out, and they have to have orders to New York in a certain amount of time. And she's at the expo helping them out, and he decides to trot over there and ask her for $100. So Stormy gets upset about that, calls Tisha over, and she calls him low vibrational. She said that that's crazy as hell. This is me paraphrasing. That's crazy that you would be asking me to pay you $100 day of when you didn't mention it before. So the scene kind of ends there, where Stormy and Marceau are going at each other because Stormy didn't appreciate him coming over to ask her for money. It's just giving broke. I mean, I don't know how you having a Blaque Expo about business and you did not ask people for their fees to have a booth at the expo prior to the day of. I don't know what's going on with these people, but it just always looks sloppy and crazy. It's never professional and clean unless it's male. The rest of them, I don't understand their business acumen at all. But that's how the episode ends. And I mean, for me, it was boring. It was 100% boring. To me, it gave nothing. I'm not interested in Stormy or Courtney. I'm not interested in Martell talking about Melody in every scene he films. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in Maurice talking about Monster or Kimmie talking about Kiowa. It's boring. The only person on this show who is giving anything this season is Melody, is the Fletchers, and it is Tiffany and Lou. And as far as I'm concerned, keep them, get rid of the rest of them, and bring in new people. That's just my opinion. Hopefully next week it'll be, a little bit more alive. I saw Marcus. Anytime we can see Marcus, it's a good thing. We also see Montez coming back through, I guess on a normal show or in a normal situation, Montez is not the person you would be happy to see. But let me tell you something. I'm happy to see him because there ain't nothing else going on this show. So next week, the expo is supposed to happen. And let's just see if it's more entertaining than this show. But this show, in my opinion, is a 2 out of 10. It was a snooze fest the whole way through. It gave nothing. All right. Thank you, DeMarie TV family. I'll see you next week with the next review.
Get out the way. Who got a watch? Who got the time? I'm raising the clock. Even in my feelings, grind don't stop. Got big dreams.